The fact that you won't want people to know where you're talking from, does that mean you're scared when you say, when you give your analysis about what's happening in Belarus?
No, it means that I'm much better than 3,000 guys detained during last night in Minsk and regions.
3,000. The official number
3,
is just over 200. Where do your numbers come from?
No, actually, official number is 3,000, and protests took place in 33 cities across the country. Basically, last night, when I was following the news, I was thinking that the protest is taking place only in 12 cities, the largest ones. But today, the Ministry of Interior, they said that 3,000 detained in 33 cities, and they already started the criminal investigation on organization of such riots. But I think it's not the end. Today, the protest will continue. I think more detainees will follow. And I also feel like Lukashenko is losing situation from his control.
Franak, what have you heard about the irregularities reported in so many different locations during Sunday's vote?
Absolutely unprecedented falsifications of these elections. They even don't pretend they count votes. They just receive the numbers from the Central Electoral Commission, and they write these numbers into the final protocols. The only task for commission members is to put the ballots into right piles, so it looks like they counted these votes. Also, independent observers were not allowed to observe at the stations. Many independent observers, more than 100, detained by police and are in jail right now. International observers, neither Western or Russian, are not invited to the elections. And foreign journalists, more than 150 foreign journalists, did not get accreditation. Lukashenko wants to crack down on the opposition in the darkness. He doesn't want anyone in the world to know about the truth and about the violence and the brutal force used by Riot police and soldiers these days in Minsk.
How has he managed to stay in power for 26 years? I mean, when you look at the numbers, and we quoted the percentage of votes that he's been getting over the last election since he won in 1994, it doesn't happen almost anywhere in the world. So you begin to disbelieve the numbers themselves. But that is only one day. An election only takes one day, and then you're declared the winner. But then you have to serve the term. And what about the terms that he has served, the time he's been in power? How has he managed to stay in power without thousands of people coming onto the streets and accusing him of the things he's accused of doing on Sunday?
Lukashenko is a political animal. He's one of the most experienced European politicians. You know, when in Europe, each 5 years, the generation of politicians is changing. New members of European Parliament are coming. New presidents are elected in Poland or in Germany. Chancellor, Germany is not a good example here. But Lukashenko always stays the same. He is always the same, and he always playing the geopolitical seesaw between Russia and between the West. We even joke that in winter, Lukashenko is pro-Russian. In the summer, Lukashenko is pro-Western. He is always manipulating, and he's saying, oh, Russia, if you will not support me, I will move to the West. And he says to the West, oh, if you will not support me, no, I will integrate Belarus with Russia. And unfortunately, or fortunately for the nation, unfortunately for him, this game is going to the end, because the West, after this brutal crackdown and these unprecedented falsifications, will not believe him anymore.
Franak, we really appreciate your time. Franak Viacorka speaking to us from an undisclosed location.